The nervous system, when the confident system walks in. Me asking my wife for the billionth time if she needs a hand in the kitchen. Dan TDM seeing the internet defend him from KSI and Logan Paul. They love me. iPhone 16 is out. YouTubers in 2 days. Me using every last brain cell to not creep out the barista. She gives me her number. Middle-aged men. Emotional crisis. It is what it is. When your mom pulls out a photo of when you were a baby and says, "Where did my sweet baby go?" American products. American chocolate and coffee. Me. So if I can do anything I want in my dream, then why can't I just pull out a big gun and shoot the thing chasing me instead of running slow or on the spot like a hopeless person? Brain. When someone asks me if I understand the instructions, me who wasn't paying attention. When you've been gaming all day and hear your parents come back and start stomping their way towards your room, so it begins. Yes, after weeks, I've finally gathered half an hour to play my favorite game. Updates are underway. Do not turn off your PC. I listen to music while playing driving sim games. I listen to music while playing RPG games. I listen to music while playing FPS games. These kids think they're gonna get candy tonight when really I'm handing out 80 hours audio on why Count Dooku was actually a good guy. Some YouTuber on his way to make a 1-hour video essay on a topic that nobody asked for. Girls. I can't believe he didn't cry at the Titanic. Do men even have feelings? Boys. 15 days at the supermarket, 2 hours at my house. How it feels driving at night when the vehicle's high beam hits you. My eyes. When you don't have headphones, do you just listen to your phone like iPhone, Android users? People who judge others based on the phones they use. How I be looking at my boss when he told me that the one who will be earning the acting position that I thought I would inherit was being given to the successor of the previous one, and that I will be in charge of training them. When you worked hard, but was instead rewarded with a box of pizza instead of a much desirable raise in this difficult financial time. ADHD people in school. ADHD people when it is a subject they like. ADHD people when it is a subject they do not care about. When you realize that there will be 20-year-old YouTube videos by next year. Eco-activists now. Let's glue ourselves to roads to stop people from driving. Yes, the climate change has been stopped. Eco-activists then. I will live on this tree for 2 years to spite the evil logging company. The guy cheating off of my test. Me who has no idea what I am doing. Me checking how many pages I will have to read before I start reading a book. World peace but with brain rot. No peace but brain rot is gone forever. How my grandma describes me. What I really look like. Me on my way to college, knowing some girl is set for life just for saying hawk to her. Mom, you need to turn off that PlayStation. It needs a break. Meanwhile, my Casio F91W watch since 2010. Judge, I am dropping all your charges. Me, thanks, I will not do it again. My lawyer. My parents when I need resources for college to pursue my dreams. My parents when my sister asks for yet more shitty clothes and makeup. Guitarists. I am suing you because your guitar riff sounds kinda like something I wrote back in 1987. No, they are different because I added an arpeggiated G-sus chord. Drummers, that is a cool drum line. Thanks, I stole it from Van Halen. When the ad on your YouTube video ends, and you realize the video itself is over, society wonders why I have trust issues. When I am stuck behind an old person during my morning commute. Accelerate. Vaping fans when a new flavor of air comes out. Changes the business name to show who is in charge. Nobody uses the new name and still call it Twitter. Girls dare. Oh my god, I dare you to tell us who you like. Boys dare. My thighs when standing up. My thighs when sitting down. I dispense wisdom. What is your wisdom? Waking up early doesn't make mornings tough. Leaving a warm bed does. That's a good wisdom. Nerds online when you make even the slightest attempt at critical thinking. When I delete everything in my phone and still get that storage almost full message. What more do you want from me? When the character who died off screen suddenly reappears in the last act to save the day? Cyclists when you have to consider them as a vehicle. Cyclists when they have to consider themselves as a vehicle. My grandpa owns an onion farm and occasionally decides to take naps in the middle of the field. This man won at life. Hackers in movies be like, I'm in. If you're feeling bad about your life, just look at this guy taking a sunset beach pic of his vape. Trust me, you're doing just fine. Here is a picture of me about to make the biggest mistake of my life. Students when they enter science class for the first time. Kaboom. Parents acted like turning on this light would crash the car. Now, I'm no hairdresser, but something is off here. Villain in a kids movie. Dies brutally. The character after. Do you have any hobbies? Introverts. Americans in 90-degree heat. Brits in literally the average American room temperature. Try-hard gamers when they realize that movies are shot in 24 FPS and not 160 plus FPS. Dude, just get a car. Driving is so much fun. Average driving experience. HR when they don't hire 5 new people after 5 others quit. It's like printing my own money. Man running from cops, stops to pet cats, goes to jail. He's got his priorities straight. How I looked holding my breath behind people that vape smoke in front of me, and I get hit from their smoke cloud and the smell. Me trying to wash a spoon. When you smell a certain type of alcohol and it reminds you of a time you almost died. If Moses had a smartphone. About to split this sea. Your chances of being violated by a crab are low, but never zero. When the emo kid starts talking about the wolf inside him, get a load of this guy. When you're in the middle of an exam and the teacher is explaining something to someone, how lazy are you? Me. Me at parties watching people eat salt through their nose. When you see a pretty girl, but remember how you look. When you see someone coming out of the bathroom 1 second after you heard the toilet flush. They didn't wash their hands. I know what kind of man you are. 7-year-old me looking at my controller after the game tutorial said, press L3 plus R3. Where are they? Van driver after he captured 1,000 kids and unlocked the golden skin. Gamer. Buys DLC from a series that has a reputation of being difficult. DLC. Is difficult. Gamer. When you haven't slept all night but you're in a good mood. Walmart employees when a group of teenagers sprint out of the store with a PS4 and no receipt. Walmart employees when an elderly man calmly exits with bagged items in a shopping cart. How I feel having to wake up and go to work, to make money, to function, and live in a society I fucking hate. Me. Don't look now, but the guy behind you is my friend. The other day you walked past me and didn't even say hi. Me the other day. All the generations that grew up watching Dragon Ball. Top 4. Vehicles most used for kidnappings. Interviewer. Do you have any experience as a surgeon? Me. It's US election year. You remember the influence of the US on the world. You see footage of the voters. They are choosing between a narcissistic clown and a senile genocide supporter. Seeing a before you buy video before you buy the game. Seeing a before you buy video after you bought the game to see if the game was worth the money. When you donate $1 to a streamer.